We are live. Welcome to my video. This is going to be my thoughts on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6, Episode 3, Fear and Loathing on the planet of Kitson. The episode is rated TV-14, so will this video be, and like all other videos I've done on this show so far, there will be spoilers for the episode and the MCU leading up to it. Love all episodes of this show, love most things MCU and MCU adjacent. Let's dive right in. So yeah, I really appreciated the... there's several things I want to... I think I will immediately talk about. So apparently they are called puffers? Let's go with that. I believe that was what they were called by the guard. Like, at first I wasn't sure. I think it was mostly the Terrans referring to... us Terrans referring to it as puffers, but pretty sure the guard called it that as well. He would know, so yeah. The setup and payoff of, Enoch stops, Fitz, but no one's there to stop the others, and it's one of those things, like, I think jokes like that are often hit and miss, because sometimes, drug jokes, and under the influence jokes of various kinds, I think sometimes the joke writers just kind of become enamored with the fact that, oh, we're doing something naughty, and they don't really craft an interesting joke or a joke that's like creative in any way. It's just like, oh, look at what we're doing, people are on drugs, that's taboo, let's just drop that there and the audience can laugh without us making much of an effort. I think they did quite well here. I laughed at honestly all of them. And the cast seemed to be loving it. Like, I know from other, I haven't seen that much other stuff by Chloe Bennett. I hope she gets to make a bunch of other stuff. Like, I'm gonna real quick double check, but like, yeah, overall, she has done some things that have nothing to do with this, but it's not like a huge amount. I mean, let's see, she's been working since 2011. She worked just this year. She has stuff coming up, considering that there's not as much that has nothing to do with her MCU stuff. She's voiced the character outside of this show. But she did do, was it more than 2? It might have just been 2 music videos, and yeah, she goofed off. Let's see, was it at the start and or the end of at least one of them? So like 100% she likes goofing off, and yeah, she seemed to be having a blast here, and so did the others. Elizabeth Henstridge is Gemma, and Maximilian Osinski is Davis. Just, yeah, and the thing about, oh, Davis had 6. He must be completely wasted, and there's like several seconds, and we're just sitting there waiting for the cutaway, and then we get the cutaway. And yeah, he's just like, oh, wow, just that, yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then, got you some animal crackers. Excuse you, they're called animal white people. And let's see, yeah, a lot of great tension. Yeah, it's an episode that does a really good job contrasting the goofiness of of the puffer high, because it never felt like they were in serious jeopardy. There's that really creepy moment with the alien right there next to her, the humanoid alien, but the person there hitting on her, that was, yeah, but there isn't that much of a sense that this is actually, like, she just gets up and walks away. He doesn't even really follow her. I'm not saying it's not a creepy situation, but the MCU has done more like intensely like uncomfortable moments with a woman being pursued by a man. Let's see, I guess possibly not at the time this episode came out, but it has since, but yeah, you know, contrasting the puffer, wasted, goofy fun times with the serious tension of, you know, how is Fitz gonna get out of this? And yeah, they did a really good job. The gambling and the yeah, I thought that the thing with the yeah, what's the word of the yeah, the thing about, you know, he knows the rules but he has no experience with it, you know, and yeah, we do get a little bit of precipitation Omicron going on. It just, yeah, that had to be on purpose. Like, there's no way that yeah. And I forget if I've said before, but Enoch definitely autism spectrum coded. That was on full display in this episode, and I thought it really worked. It didn't feel like mean-spirited. Like, he's genuinely sweet, you know. This thing, I am having fun, and I think of you as my best friend. Do you feel the same way? You know, just like genuinely, he's such a sweetheart. What's that thing Lindsay Ellis said about Nightcrawler? Cinnamon roll. You know, just an absolute, and the, you know, he just really was. He just wants them both to be best friends, to be each other's best friend. And, you know, for a while, Fitz is like, yeah, whatever. And, you know, I feel we're in danger here. And you are my best friend. You're just bluffing, aren't you? That's what best friends are for. You know, just such a, yeah. And when he finds out, oh, he was remotely disabled, you know, that's what the hunter was doing with the computer when Davis shot the fuse box. Although in his defense, if the Thing video game has taught me anything, and I don't think it has, it's that fuse boxes are remarkably easy to fix. You just gotta stand there, hold down the use button, unless it's one of the advanced ones, in which case you need one of the tech guys. But, like, statistically speaking, you're more likely to find one of the regular ones. And yeah, you know, once he's disabled, he puts his head on the table and he's like, what is the purpose? I don't know. You're gonna have to ask Smith after he's been freed about that one. He's all about that. And yeah, the hustling, the bluffing, you know, poker face. I only have this one poker face. And yeah, you know, the other guy, you know, it is the thing. He walks up and he's like, greetings, you guys seem nice, you know. So the other guy immediately realizes, oh, this guy's easy to fool, you know. So he's like, I'm staying out of this bet. Oh no, you know, never mind. I'm gonna join in, you know. Just yeah, it's a classic. Evidently, that happens everywhere in the universe, not just here on Earth. And let's see, what's the other thing? Yeah, the thing about, you know, you know, but I'm not a robot. You know, I am not a robot. Be careful, the explosion will be visible from the surface. That had to be a reference. Like, I swear, there's no way you get that close to a Philip K. TV-14, can I say the D word? Let's just go with D word reference and not, yeah. Let's see, then we have the, you know, he ends up losing all their money, and, you know, and the thing about, oh yeah, you know, I obviously, I mean, it's been 30 spins of the thing since that one won. I mean, this is just, and water is wet, like, do you need me to explain anything else obvious? Fitz, genius, Mr. Science, and you know, yeah, he ends up losing all their money, and then there's no choice but, you know, Fitz as collateral. And the thing about, you know, the guy who loses and gets shot with an arrow, like, holy crap, they really don't mess around here. And I love the thing when he's just waiting for Enoch to Give him a sign. And you know, so should I hold or should I bet? That is the question now. Didn't know there were that many syllables, silly bulls in the word question. I guess I've been saying it wrong all this time. And the thing with, you know, oh, the guy, the blood is mostly sulfur, so he's a xenomorph in disguise. I've never seen one go down that easy. And I did the guard with the, you know, this isn't a place for her. What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this? It was just so sweet. I genuinely thought that he was gonna like kick her out or something, but no, just yeah. And yeah, some very funny drunk girl therapist moments with the "you're my best friend, you're my best friend" with the face and the, you know, the first time we met and the fartmobile. Wow. I mean, the van probably did smell. You know, no offense. I'm just saying it's just under the circumstances, very likely. You know, she, yeah, wasn't in the best position to, yeah. Let's see. I think that might more or less. Right, I did also, yeah. No wonder they're so overstimulated once they enter the casino, because they're like tripping balls just as they're seeing the lights before they go in, you know, and inside there's way more bright lights. Great lighting in this episode. I loved when there's very little light and then it's just like blue or red or that sort of thing. That was very effective. Yeah, Daisy gets another great fight scene. She didn't really in the first two episodes, but there wasn't really room for one, and she got other great character moments. And yeah, quake it till you break it. What can I say? And yeah, in general, she was very Daisy. She was daisying all over the place in this episode. Like, she's grown a lot over the 5 seasons preceding this episode, and this season. But there's still some Daisy. Like the way she talks to. Let's see if I can find the Pretorius. You know. Yeah, we didn't ask for that, so we'll just be on our way. No, but we're leaving. Okay, so you do the thing so we can leave, and then we'll go. You know, just that was very Daisy. That's the kind of, she would have responded like that in the first season as well. So that was fun. And yeah, you know, the thing about, we'll just ask, what's the worst that could happen? And they ask, is, why did you say that name? You know, and the hunter comes in. And yeah, some great tension. I like that we think, you know, oh, Gemma's gonna fix it by shooting him, and then Davis just knocks the guy out. That was, yeah. What was the other thing? Let's see. I guess that pretty much does just leave. Yeah, so once again, I am 100% opposed to torture in real life, and I do think, by and large, when you have it in fiction, you have to be very responsible with it. Not gonna lie, Daisy, you know, breaking the guy's fingers was just because he's such a jerk. Like, these are 2 of the universe's biggest jerks. Maybe that's hyperbole. I'm sure Valerie Nguyen is not gonna like that, but I'm sorry, they're just, holy crap. They could have just taken the snails and not stranded these 2 guys that they just said they kind of admire, you know, for the controller, who I will say, I mean, I guess there was some chance that, you know, he has the line that he's going to get the, you know, get them a better view of, you know, of the stars. Maybe he was just buying everyone telescopes and he was pressing the button that was going to reveal the telescopes, but Fitz got too overzealous and reprogrammed it to open the other airlock. You know, really kind of puts things in perspective. But yeah, you know, just like they know that now Fitz is, there's a bounty out on him. Just let him leave. The snails alone are going to be enough for you. But yeah, and then Daisy and the others come in, quake away the gun from the other guy, and starts bricking his down fingers. And yeah, not gonna lie, that was, yeah. And of course, by the end of the episode, Gemma and Fitz are so close to being reunited, and then he gets taken away. And yeah, I genuinely am not entirely sure, because I get, like, it's that thing about how, no, Fitz is not supposed to be here, he's supposed to be in the future, he's supposed to be in cryosleep, and they, I guess, blame him for not being in the chamber, which, I mean, I hope he gets a fair trial, because, like, it wasn't really his fault. He was trying to stay in there. Yeah, I think that might be what I have to say about this episode. Let's see. Right. I did quite appreciate that, yeah, her love of Fitz was what brought Gemma out of it. Hey, monkey Fitz, and then he falls, and Fitz, that's what, the mission isn't ladies' night, even though, that was also genuinely a fun, like, they don't get to take that many breaks. Let's see, I feel like there was one more thing. Right, do love the title reference, to Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Yeah, and just describe Florida. What happens on Kitson stays on Kitson. No, is contagious and burns.